Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a flip through of my 2023 budget book. I am so excited to share with you all what I put together. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. As I said in my introduction, this is going to be a flip through of my 2023 budget book. For some reason, I keep wanting to say bullet book, and that doesn't make sense. But I'm really excited to share with you all what I put together. This budget book is a bit different than the last couple of years. Some things look very much the same, some things look different. I do want to start out with talking about my cover. This is a linen cover from Martha Stewart. It is a beige color. I did get this from Staples, and I do always have that linked down below in the description box if you're interested. It is not an affiliate link, it's just a link to Staples, the website, if you're interested in purchasing this. This is a letter size cover, meaning it is 8.5 by 11 inches. It is meant to fit a normal letter sized piece of paper. I did go with black discs this year. I have been using this cover for the last few years, but I do tend to change up my discs. This year I have black discs. They are from Jane's Agenda. I absolutely love these discs. They are metal. That is my preference. So very, very excited about the sleek look on the outside. Now, if you keep track of the Budget Mom or follow the Budget Mom, that's who I utilize when it comes to my budgeting knowledge and my budgeting materials. I really love the Budget Mom. I think she has such a wonderful philosophy, and I feel like her budgeting system works well for me, and that's what's most important. It's about finding a budgeting system that works for you. Now, in the last few years, I have been using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. In 2021, I used the version that released in October 2020. In 2022, I used the version that released in October 2021. In October 2022, she did release a new version. I did not purchase it. The reason I didn't is because I didn't think I needed to. I really, really like the version that I used in 2022 that released in 2021. It had some updates from the version before that, which is why I did purchase it. But her printables are completely undated, so you can use them year after year after year. If she had made some like huge drastic changes that I felt would be valuable to me in my budget, I might have been tempted to purchase the newest version, but I did not. I didn't think it was necessary. The Budget Mom also for 2023 releases, or like end of 2022 into 2023, she didn't release anything that was printed. Everything is going to be printable. So if you've been using a printed version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook for the last however long, and now you have to transition into printable because she's not offering printed products, I will try to touch upon papers and printing and all of that stuff. So what I decided to do for 2023 was combine the two printable versions of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook that I have. The guts of this budget book are from the version I purchased in October 2021, which I used in 2022. I think it's like the paint strokes one. But all of the cover here and all of the monthly dividers are from the version I purchased in October 2020 and used in 2021, just to visually give it a little bit of a change from last year. Now, another thing that I want to touch upon before we dive into what I have printed here is that the Budget Mom is not coming out with 2023 savings challenges. She usually comes out with savings challenges. Generally, it's 2 challenges per month for a total of 24 challenges throughout the year. And she decided not to put out new ones this year. I have done them the last 2 years, and so I have the downloads for that and can print out those challenges over and over for myself. So what I did is I went through all of the challenges, and I basically picked either one or two to do each month for the entire year. Most of them are coming from the 2021 challenges, just because it's been over a year since I've done them, so they'll be a little bit new and different for me. Some of them are repeats from 2022, and then every month I always print out the envelope from the challenge to put my money into. All of the envelopes are from the 2021 challenges, and I don't think I might have one in here. Yeah, so for instance, here's the January envelope. So as you can see, my cover here does have the cover from the 2020 version, and I do print any cover or divider or any savings trackers and things like that in cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstock. I do have a link in the description down below to my Amazon favorites. And in my Amazon favorites, there's a whole section of just my favorite paper. And I do have cardstock in there, as well as the paper that I use to print all the other pages in my budget book. So this is the cover. I only print the pages that I use, so you'll see that this is not complete. I don't print out any of the direction or instruction pages for the Budget by Paycheck workbook. I've been using the workbook for a few years now. I feel very comfortable with it, so I don't feel the need to print those pages for myself. I go right into the membership and descriptions reminder worksheet. In years past, I have only used this to write in my annual subscriptions, but I did also include my monthly ones this year. So for me, I only have 4: Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Spotify, and Netflix. Amazon Prime and Disney Plus I pay annually. Spotify and Netflix I pay monthly. After that, I go right into my yearly savings, goals, and events pages. These are basically your sinking funds. Sinking funds are a big part of the Budget Moms budget method. They're very popular in other budgeting methods as well. I'm just trying to see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Okay. They're very popular in other budgeting methods. I love sinking funds. They work super well for me. I've been doing them the last few years. I don't know that I'll ever go back to not doing them. But for 2023, I actually have 11. I'm starting the year off with 11 sinking funds. And this sheet in the Budget by Paycheck workbook only goes through 8. So what I did is I printed one of these sheets from the 2021 version, I think this side, and then this page came from the 2020 version. That way you can see that they're kind of like book-ended and they look kind of good. And I got away with that just because my 2020 version, the version with this cover, I have the one side printing download, and so it was on this side of the sheet, so it worked out. But as you can see, I basically have all of my sinking funds listed. I have their yearly goal amounts for the ones that have yearly goals, the monthly amounts that I have to save, and when I want to have them due by. After this, we go right into the yearly savings tracker for sinking funds. I do really enjoy utilizing this page. I like keeping track kind of in a larger sense what's going in and what's coming out of my sinking funds each month. It's just a really nice overview. As you can see, the book ending did not occur with this page. I didn't have kind of like the reverse side where the bigger space was in the inside, but that's okay. It looks fine. I'll still be able to write on it the same way. Next, I actually have my sinking funds savings visuals. I love these. They're awesome. Basically, you're able to fill them out or color them in as you're saving for your different sinking funds. That way you can visually see how close you are to your goals. I did already fill this out for 2023, what it's going to look like in January 2023. I am actually going to, and I don't know if it'll have come out yet, but I am releasing a video specifically about my sinking funds and what sinking funds I'm going to be what I'm going to have going into January 2023 in terms of sinking funds, what I've saved already, what I have left to save. So this is some of my favorite sheets in here. I love the visual trackers. And those visual trackers go onto this page, and then we go right into January 2023. Now I do have some dividers. They're kind of hard to see. Oop, and I'm shaking everything, sorry. They're kind of hard to see because they're clear, but these are from Jane's Agenda. I purchased these about a year ago. I got them on Black Friday. You know, letter sized dividers are very expensive, and I really wanted ones that were going to be durable and last me a while, and I know plastic ones are durable and will last me a while, so I ended up deciding to kind of invest in these. I got them on Black Friday, so I definitely got them on sale, which was great, and I love them. This is my second year using them. They still look like they're brand new. I think they're great. As you can see, the cover page for January has the same theme as the cover of the budget book, and that's because it's from the 2020 version. I go right into my monthly spread. I do a Monday start. I have all my dates written in. I have my paydays written in. I have all of my bills written in. I wrote in for my savings challenges. Colors for 2023, I am switching things up a little bit. Any savings challenges will be in this like bright purple color. My 52-week challenge will be in that bright Kelly green. My paychecks will be in these more fluorescent highlighting colors. And that's what I'm going to stick with for the entire year, I think. I do go right into my paycheck budget trackers, my cash envelope breakdowns. Again, I only print out what I need. I get paid bi-weekly, so I only need 2 per month. And then right into my expense trackers. After my expense trackers, I do use the debt payment plan, the monthly net worth tracker, and the where did my money go worksheets, which to me are like the most important part of the budget by paycheck method. With regards to printing and paper, again, for the kind of like divider or cover for January, I printed this on a cardstock, 110-pound cardstock. And then every other page in here is printed using 40-pound paper. I like really nice thick paper. And so I found 40 pound, I think it's, oh God, HP paper, I believe. Again, it's linked in my Amazon favorites under my favorite paper. And then I'm showing you this savings challenge from the Budget Mom because I know that she shared this on YouTube. Her savings challenges are a purchasable thing. She doesn't share them on YouTube. Because of that, she shares her Budget by Paycheck Workbook, but not really the challenges. She'll usually only share like the first challenge per year. So I know this was released on her YouTube. That's why I'm kind of showing it here. But basically, any instruction pages I needed for the challenges, I have at the back of each month. And then that just keeps going. So February looks exactly the same. I did fill out the whole monthly spread. I don't have anything else filled out, but all of the pages are printed for January. For February. And then it goes right into March. March is the same situation. So I have the monthly spread completely filled out, and I have all of the needed pages printed, but nothing is filled out. After the first quarter of the year, the first 3 months of the year, I do have the monthly spreads for the next 3 months. So the monthly spreads for the first 6 months of the year are in this planner, but that's all I have for April, May, and June. I don't have any of the paycheck budget trackers or anything like that printed. I just have the monthly spreads, which are not filled out. And then I did print out the savings challenge materials. So that's what's in the back here. And you can even see like for April, the envelope is even in here. And that keeps going for the for May and for June. The last 6 months of the year are not in here at all. I will switch those out. Once I finish with the first quarter of the year, I'm going to print every page I need for the second quarter of the year, and then I'll put in the monthly spreads for the third quarter of the year, and I'll keep rotating like that. The reason I do that is because I don't want this to get too bulked up. It's just annoying when that happens. I did create a section in the back here. I actually have, this is technically the divider for December, but I'm using it back here to mark off where I have my trackers and notes section. And I just made this quickly for myself and printed it. So the first thing I have is the savings challenge tracker for myself for 2023. This tracker, the basis of it was from the 2021 savings challenges, but I went on Canva and I basically put a new header on it for myself so that it had 2023 on it. Next, I have my 52-week challenge tracker. I did the 52-week challenge in 2022. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to do it in 2023, but I wanted to do it reversed. I think that starting with those larger denominations and seeing the total rise really quickly will be a lot more motivating for me. And so I ended up creating a new version of this tracker. This tracker is available on my Etsy shop, which is always linked down below. And as you can see, it says it's the reverse version right here. And we start with 52 and work our way all the way down to 1. Next, I have a $5 challenge tracker that I have in my Etsy shop as well. For 2023, I am going to try to make my $5 challenge a little bit more. I'm going to share more of it here. I know that people are interested in the $5 challenge, and I do participate in it, but I don't really share anything about it here on YouTube. So for 2023, what I'm planning on doing is tracking everything on my tracker, but then filling up this $5 challenge envelope. This is available on my Etsy shop as well. So what I'll do is I'll basically fill out the tracker. I'll add the $5 bills to here. I don't know if I'll fill out this tracker as well. I'm sure I will. But once a month when I do my budget recaps, I'll basically share with you all how many $5 bills I was able to save that month. And I'll take the $5 bills out of this envelope and put them into the container that I use. If you're interested in that container, I definitely have shared it multiple times on my Instagram. It's basically a clear acrylic container that has a slot at the top to put in cash, but it doesn't have an opening. So you have to break it to get into it. I started that in January 2021. I filled it up that year. It wasn't full, so I kept going in 2022. It's still not full. I can still put fives in it. I'm going to keep on going until that thing cannot fit another $5 bill. So to make it a little bit more, for you to be involved a little bit and kind of see where my progress is, I will make sure with every monthly recap I share my $5 challenge. I do also, just because I didn't show it before, have my 52-week challenge envelope. This is available in my Etsy shop as well. I have been using this envelope in 2022. It's actually funny, and I didn't mean for this to happen this way, but I get paid bi-weekly, and if you get paid bi-weekly as well, there's actually enough spaces on here to put in your bi-weekly totals for the entire year, which is pretty cool. Next, I have another of my $5 challenge tracker. I'm being really ambitious. And then I have this credit score tracker. I do like to track my credit score each month, and so I decided to create a tracker and put it in here. This tracker should, by the time this video posts, be on my Etsy shop as well. And then I do have a net worth tracker that looks very similar. I got into tracking my net worth in 2022. I want to continue that in 2023, and since I do pull out monthly pages, it'll be nice to just have that right here. For both of those trackers, it gives you space for the month, either the credit score or net worth, and then change from the prior month. Next, I have a few trackers that I created recently that I am planning on releasing on my Etsy shop, so they should be out on my Etsy shop already. The first is a car loan payoff tracker. I am currently paying off my car, so I definitely wanted a tracker for that. The next is a home savings tracker. I am saving for a home, so I definitely wanted one for that. There's also like a vacation tracker, a general savings tracker, and there might even be a third one as well that I put up on my Etsy shop, but that I'm not personally using. And with these trackers, I really did want to make them as generic as possible so that you can really customize them for what works for you. Each tracker has 100 of whatever symbol is on them. So 100 keys, 100 houses. And you can basically determine how much each key is worth or how much each symbol is worth. That way it aligns with your personal savings goals. Lastly, I do have some note pages in the back here. These pages actually came with my Martha Stewart cover, and I just put a few of them in here each year. They're great. I use them for scraps sometimes, and use them for, figuring out things and all that stuff. And that is it for my 2023 budget book. So excited to be sharing this budget book with you all. Definitely interesting figuring out a way to combine different versions of the Budget by Paycheck workbook, using different challenges, all that stuff. I think it's going to make for a really exciting and fresh year, even though I'm not using new materials. If you have any questions or comments about how I put this together, please do not hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.